Every year, thousands of students choose music as their career. They travel, practice, perform, all in order to become better musicians. But in front of them are many choices. One of them is choosing between classical and contemporary music. The decision they make has lots to do with their story.
It's just been kind of a build-up over time. It started with me meeting Lee and we started playing small gigs, then slightly larger gigs.
We were at the same university in Japan and we met, Emmy and I knew each other for a very long time before that, but we decided that we wanted to do a string quartet, and after that we went to Berlin together to study, and now we're here.
I started playing piano when I was 6. My mother's a piano teacher, and she tried teaching my 2 other brothers piano, but it didn't go down very well. I was the last one and I was a bit more lucky. And I continued studying. I really liked it. And then I studied the conservatoire. Now I'm doing a master's.
The first violin was made in the 16th century and the first piano in the 1700s. Since then, the music has changed, musicians have come and gone, and history is continuously being rewritten.
The oldest violin was maybe made sometime in the late 1500s. I think the present violin that you see now has gone through lots of transformations through the centuries. And first you would have to put it on your arm. Now it's through more sort of virtuos, because the audience wanted more sort of virtuosic.
History of the modern pianist started with one man, really. It's Franz Liszt, the Hungarian pianist and composer. He used to tour all of Europe, much like a rock musician would today, and he would. It's said that ladies would faint at his piano recitals.
The origins of rock music is commonly debated, but it takes influences from jazz, blues, country and folk music of the late 1940s and the early 1950s. Chuck Berry took blues piano practices and moved them directly to electric guitar, which created the instantly recognizable sound of rock guitar. Musicians like him have always inspired these people. Artists who follow music learn from and look up to these musicians. It inspires and excites them, strengthening their belief in music.
My favorite composer would be really hard to choose. I'd say Brahms. I love his piano concertos.
一番っていうのは選べないんですけど、ブラームスがすごい好きでっていうのは、今まで一番なんか辛かったり孤独だったりした時に、すごく助けてもらった思い出がたくさんあるので。
My favourite bands are Metallica, and between Metallica and Biffy Clyro, I'm quite into playing guitar, and there's quite a heavy amount of guitar in all of their songs, so it gives me something to learn.
I like a lot of European metal bands, and I like progressive bands from the UK and US like Coheed and Cambria and Porcupine Tree.
Music cannot live in isolation. It is a huge web, of which each part influences and impacts one another. But that does not ensure that the musicians listen to or even like a genre different to theirs.
ロック音楽は私本当に、好きじゃなくてっていうのは私にとってすごい、すごい精神にダメージを与える騒音で、 何分か聴いてるだけで本当に頭痛がしてくるぐらい好きじゃなくてで、私は世の中の人その健康に害があるものとかはなんかちゃんと気をつけたりなんか禁止ちゃんとしたりしてるのにその精神に関することっていうのは何の規制もないことに対してすごく疑問を抱いています。
Contemporary music to be appealing has to be about the music, and most of the songs in top charts are really quite boring because the music is all very simple.
ベックハンセンで聴いててすごい心地よくて自分に合ってると思いました。
Contemporary music, many times the music is just a means to get yourself noticed and yourself as an artist more than the actual music.
I listen to a lot of bands which have violins in the background and a lot of keyboard sounds to give a kind of classical sound.
We might put some violins into the music as well to try and sort of mellow out the middle out sections where all the music really sort of dies down and there's just the guitar and singing.
Different kinds of music have always influenced each other.
私の姉がチェロを弾いててでそれ憧れて始めました。できっかけはそれなんですけど今
There's a similarity in which people who practice certain genres of music almost find other genres foreign. Despite the large differences between classical and rock music, there are some huge links between them. Both take influences from jazz and blues music, and instruments have been moved freely between these two types of music. But the main point that links these two completely separate genres of music together is that ultimately it is all about the love of music and the people who play it.